Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy from Across the Shuck, and you're very welcome back to the channel. Excuse me. It's a wee cup of tea. I was just taking a drink before I start. So, you've seen by the title, which I haven't made up yet, but this is what we're going to talk about today, is older pocket knives. Now, most of my traditionals are all quite modern, to be honest with you. There is lots of older ones, but most of my collection would be more modern. And when I say modern, I mean the 1900s, so the mid 1900s up. I have ones older, but most of my collection is that. But what I really like collecting is little pocket knives as well. This is just another part of this hobby. And if you've just got into traditionals, don't go past this and not try it, because it's lovely to go in your old antique shops or wherever you are. A lot of these knives you can pick up in an antique shop or the second-hand shops, wherever you are. If you're in the States, you've got plenty of places where you can go to buy, pocket knives. It's a bit more or a bit less over here. Over in the mainland, in England, Scotland, and that, they have big car boot sales they can go to and they can buy them. Over here, not so much. Never really took on as much as it has across the water. But anyhow, and I do carry a lot of these. Now, there's some that I don't carry, without a shadow of a doubt, but a lot of these ones that I really do carry. This will be my EDC. You know what my EDC is. But for those of you who are just new, and I've got a few new subscribers, so you're very welcome to the channel, by the way. If I haven't spoke to you, we'll get to talk to you in the comments. Hopefully you'll leave a wee comment. But if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Just leave a wee comment. And if you like the video, give it a wee like. It does me the world of good. It's the only way I'm going to get subs if you do that and spread it about. So thank you very much if you do. I've got my little Write in the Rain notebook. And in the back of it, I carry my leather strap and my eyeglass cleaner and my Paddy's Potato Peelers cards. But that's my little wallet. And then I have this, which will have all my bank cards in there. I only carry a couple of cards. That's all I need in the driving license. This is my Bexar Bear in MagnaCut. That's my everyday carry. So when I go out, this goes with me as a little torch. And I've got one of the new Olight pens, which has a pencil on the top of it, which is absolutely fantastic. I've really found myself using the pencil more than I use the pen. But lovely, really nice, compact, goes away. Anyway, I also have a little sharpening stone there. Well, it's the all metal version for there you go. These were a couple of pounds. You bought them on AliExpress. Are they the best in the world? No, but you see, if you're stuck, they're absolutely fantastic. There's 1,000 grit on that side, 400 on that grit. Take what you will of whether they're true. That I don't really believe they are. There's not that much difference in them, but it doesn't matter. It'll get me a knife sharpened if I'm in trouble. And because it's diamond, it'll do all my knives. It'll put an edge back on everything. And they literally were about £2 or £3 off AliExpress years ago. I got a bundle of them up. I'm down to my last two. And they do wear out quicker than most, but it's just an emergency thing. EDC. So there you go. And then I always carry another knife when I go out. Today's carry is this beautiful Shatton Morgan. Look at that for a beauty. Look at that burnt orange bone. I just love this little knife. Little single bladed Barlow. Beautiful little sheep's foot. I just love this. I love that sort of rounded with a swedge. And there you go. This is one of 100. The matte strike pull. Lovely swedge up here. Beautiful knife. Really lovely EDC knife. All I need. And here's the way I change it up to get myself to use some of these knives, because sometimes I nearly need to have a wee temptation to do. Look, if I'm going somewhere and I know I'll maybe need a knife for something, and I always need a knife. I'm a knife man. I always need a knife. I like to take something like this. This is a Wolstenholme. This is a little jackknife. You have the main blade there, and you have a smaller blade. This is a gorgeous little knife. Absolutely gorgeous. Big enough that it will do anything I want on a day, normally. So sometimes, if I'm going out somewhere and I don't want my pockets filled with all sorts of stuff, I'll change this up. And it's very rare, but I like to do it every now and then. If I'm going out to a meeting in a church or something like that, that's all I take. And A lot of people know me as a knife person, so I've always got a knife to take out and show them a knife. But it's there. It's just, that's the way I would sometimes do it. Some of them I'll just throw in my pocket. But when they're nice like this, I'll tend to put them in a wee pouch and carry them with me. So that's, and actually what I have picked up over the years with knives that I've bought especially is little small slips that I'll put things in and just keep them safe if they're easily to damage, and I want to keep them in nice condition. So what did I do with that one? Oh, there's her. So yeah, that's one of the ones I like. And again, you can pick these up. That was a really nice one. I have to say it's an older version. Really nice. This is an older version too. This is an ERA James Barber. And these knives were very, very popular over here in Ireland. In Northern Ireland, anyway, I'm not too sure about the south. But it's a lovely little pen knife. There you are, opposing opening blades. Just beautiful in this white plastic, I'm sure it is, but it's nearly pliable. You can move it, do you know what I mean? It doesn't crack or anything. Just a super little knife. Proper hand pinned. This came to me up when I got this. Let me just show you here. You can see the blade. Let me get this here so I don't cut myself. You can see this blade here is completely worn down on this side, but it's not worn. When I bought it, there was a big chunk out of the blade here going back deep. So I knew I could fix it. And I mean, I'm not a modder, but I knew I could fix this. And so I bought it. I think it was £2 or something I paid for it, something like that. Just no money at all. And I brought it home, and all I'd done was filed it down, took away the chunk out of it, and then I resharpened it all the way around. So now I have this continuous belly nearly all the way around. And this knife is fantastic. There's a lovely still walk and talk in it, but look at that belly. I'll take you down and I'll do it from there. Look at that belly. It's as sharp as any other part of the knife. These little knives have old carbon steel on them. And let me tell you, they are like a scalpel, like a a doctor's scalpel. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. I mean, that would just take your finger clean off. And you've also got another little blade, another pen blade. So there's something about that older type knife. Here's just another one now, a bit different. This one's in bone, jigged bone. Look how beautiful that is, that jigged bone. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Really love this. I've not had this one that long, but again, it's just a pen knife. And to me, the blades are useful. They're not big. It's not, I wouldn't want this as my EDC, but this one, because it's bone and that, look at that, how beautiful that is made. Just look how beautiful. That's a wee pocket dropper in my fifth pocket. It's just gorgeous to have with you. And if you're going somewhere where there's sheeple about, because I have, and this is the joy, because I have this as my EDC, that's the knife I know, trust, and it can do anything I'll ever want in a day. This is something I can just pull out if I need to cut a bit of string. Do that. I'm not going to worry the sheeple out there. And there's all this talk about, well, people should just have to accept it. You know, it's the law. These are legal. That's not the point. A lot of people are just scared of things that can be used as weapons. So I don't see the point of irritating them for no reason other than me just to show I've got a big knife. So I like to have that second option, which is why I carry two knives. I much prefer to take my my other knife that I'll carry with me that just looks attractive. So lovely to bring out. It's not going to offend anybody. So that's why I carry this knife. This the other Bear has a big clip point, which to some people is scary. So these are the ones that I think, give them a try and have them with you and see the conversations you will get by taking a little knife like this out. Amazing. Amazing. If you work in an office, there's another one to take into the office with you. So you can have a bigger EDC, which is out of the way, and then take this look at this, the IXL office knife. So that's a George Wolstenholme, beautiful office knife. You have the spay blade, and the flat part of this is not used for office bulls or the office cow, which some of them could do with clipping, but sorry. But these were used, this blade was used for The flat part of the blade was used for scoring. If you made a mistake on a typewriter or you had wrote something on the older paper which was a bit hairy or whatever, you can actually just scrape it off and redo it. And that's what that was used for, and that's why it became the office knife. And then it's got a main blade, which again will do me for most things I want in a day. But just to have in your office that's not going to frighten people, I just think these are super if you can pick them up. They are gorgeous. I have about 4 of these, different makers. Just love them. I just love them. I was gifted 3 of them from a very dear friend who lives in Germany, Messer HQ. I'm sure a lot of you know it. He gifted me 3 when he had stopped collecting them, and they're pride of my little collection. This is one of his. I had one like this, but it was what was mine? Can't remember who made it, but so I've got 4 now, and I just love them. So then go on to fancy knives and fancy slips. I just find this a fancy slip. I bought another knife and this came in it. You know, the wee oil there and the oil sitting on the branch there. Can you see it? Lovely stitching, hard, beautiful leather, lovely grip in it for a penknife this size. And this is my pride and joy. Look at that. It's again just a little penknife, but a penknife that's usable for most of the things I'm going to do for a day. And I keep saying that because it's true. I mean, this, and it's got a little pen blade with it, but this is in mammoth bone. I'd always wanted mammoth bone, and I got this year, and honestly, I couldn't be happier with this little knife. It's just beautiful. Let me just turn that around the other way. It's better when it goes that way. There you are. It sticks, so it's not going to slip out. But I just think that's lovely. And you bring something like this out and tell people, you know, here you are, dinosaur bone. It's just fantastic. And kids, do you know what I mean? Look, you can get conversation with anybody. So that's another little beautiful knife. Now that one was expensive. These others aren't. And I like I buy little things like this. This just tickles me. Here you are. This is a manicure set in the faux mother of pearl, which looks nothing like mother of pearl at all, but it's on a little keyring if you wanted to put it. This is just a manicure set. So you have the nail cleaner, or sorry, this is the file on this side, and then you have the cuticle or nail cleaner, and you have this lovely, oh, this is more the cuticle. Sorry, I haven't looked at this for a while. So it's rounded so you can get up and you push your cuticles back. But it's just a silly little thing, but I just love little things like that. And when you close it all up, nice and stiff, they don't fall out or anything. They're just, it's in there. So again, that's what I buy. And having these little things in my collection, it probably means nothing to anybody else, but I absolutely love it. And here's another manicure set. And you'll find a lot of these. This is lovely engine turned. Look how clear that engine turn is at. It's beautiful. You've got a little penknife at the top here. And the penknife's a decent little penknife. You know, it's a sturdy little penknife. And then you have 2 penknives there. And then on the other side, you have a little flathead screwdriver, which is absolutely fantastic. Like glasses is one thing I'm thinking it could be used for. Beautiful. And then on the other side of it, the manicure part of it, is you have this little nail cleaner with a file on the back of it for keeping your nails tidy. How beautiful. I mean, a watch pocket, that would be lovely in a suit. Just super. And then if you don't want the silver, you've got a nice fancy gold rimmed suit on. There's another little brass one, solid brass, engine turned, lovely little shield in there. But how lovely is that? Genuinely lovely little knife. This is an older knife. I think this was one Mikey gave me. And on it, it says Dyson Trailers. It must have been a knife for the staff or something like that. Just a beautiful little penknife. Just to sit in your pocket to carry and bring out to cut small things. Again, not trying to frighten people. This is an aluminium. This is a beautiful Benedictine, which is an alcohol drink. And again, you got this lovely little penknife and advertising. And there is so many different advertising ones. You can actually go down a whole rabbit hole on different knives that from different manufacturers that were used for advertising. But I just think that is beautiful. The stamping to get that like that is fantastic. Lovely penknife. You throw it in your pocket. You're not going to worry about that at all. Here's another recent gift. Slippy sent me this down. It was a 2-blade. It was a little pen knife. But about a month ago, I opened the little small pen blade up and it just snapped in half. But it's still a lovely little knife. This is a lovely pen knife. And I love this yellow, this little burst of colour. It's a really nice yellow colour. Bone. An absolute... No, it's not bone. Is it? It actually might be bone. I'm not sure, but I think it's plastic. It doesn't really matter. It looks lovely because I love the shield on it. Just lovely. Great little pen knife to throw in your pocket, or your slacks, or whatever you're doing, tracksuit bottoms. You don't want any weight, but I mean, that's a substantial pen knife. It's about 2.5 inches, wouldn't it? It's 2 3/8, blade. So it'll do anything. Lovely little knife to bring out. And then I'm going to go to this one because this is the pride and joy. This one's taken over, but this is not far behind it. This one I have had for years and will never leave my little collection. This is the oldest knife I have. Now, this is from the 1900s, I think. Might have even gone back further. Not 100% sure. But this was Stag at one time. Can you see how smooth and how used this knife must have been to get the Stag to come down to that? Because they were hollows. And it is so thin and beautifully the way they have done the back spring and they brought it right round here because it's only a small blade. This was for cutting your feather to make it into a pen. How gorgeous is this? It's got a long pull. Maybe not done as best as we would today, but look at that little blade. For now, if you're a school teacher or something, or you do writing with a pencil, what a fantastic. Now, I have never sharpened this. And today when I was getting this out, I thought, I'm going to sharpen this. And I'm going to put this in my pocket some days. Just throw it in. Much like I was talking these other prettier ones. To bring out, to cut something. Something will come along one day and somebody will say, oh, anybody got a knife? And I'll bring this out and I can cut or sharpen a pencil. Whatever. But what a gorgeous, and it was really well. And when you look at this older ones, you can see the pins were just battered with a hammer. There wasn't the finesse you would have maybe put in today. But it's so stable and half stop. There we go. And that's what makes me think it was 1900s. But just a stunning little knife. I just adore this. And I got this little slip from another knife, but this knife just pinched it. Look at that. What a lovely thing to throw in your pocket. And this one on the back of it, the Cleveland Stevedore. The Cleveland Stevedore. Oh, it's got pilfered from. I haven't seen this in quite a while. Pilfered from the Clevedore, the Cleveland Stevedore. So obviously they've done this as a joke, but I think it's fantastic. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they had these sitting about for people. But it does lovely for that way to look. I know I've rabbited on, but don't close your eyes that you just have to buy. You're running a mill EDC knives, and not that EDC knives are running a mill, but this is a rabbit hole. Honestly, it doesn't cost much to go down unless you're going to buy more expensive ones. And I don't need any more expensive ones. That was just one that I had wanted. That is a genuine grail. I never even had it as my grail because I didn't think I was going to get it after I priced what the cost to get Mammoth. Because there's a little crack in this one. Ashley Harrison made this, but he had a spare bit of Mammoth left over from what he made the fella another knife. And he said, do you want me to knock you up a little pen knife with the Mammoth? And the fella said, yeah, go ahead. And on the last tap of the pin, that we once split. Now it's been stabilised and it's not loose. It doesn't worry me at all. I'm quite happy slamming the blades down and whatever. But there was the crack in it. So I managed to get this off the fella for a really good price. I think we've done a trade. It was the only way I was going to get something like this. So to get an Ashley Harrison, my favourite maker, and to get Mammoth just blows me away. I absolutely adore it. I'm gone. I've waffled on. Enjoy your afternoon. Go and get yourself a cup of tea. Lie down in a dark room and you'll forget about me by tea time. Take care. Bye-bye now.